What it do, YouTubers? We back with another one. It's your boy, Shrug and Sheezy. And we're getting through all your guys' requests that were popping off on the community post that YouTube said, fuck you, we won't notify you at all about anything. Yeah. So, we're looking what to do next, and this was the first one that said, for Lupe, there was like several Lupe Fiasco ones, but The Cool was the first one. I haven't heard Lupe since his first album, bro.
I haven't heard Lupe since Kick Push, bro.
That's his first album. But,
because I'm a Hobson fan, Hobson dissed him, and I was like, Lupe, the fuck?
That's not true. I actually heard that the Obama song that he did, and I thought that was fucking genius.
Never heard it.
But that was like years and years ago. This one, I don't know if this is the right date, but it said it came out in 2017, so we'll see if it's like older, new or whatnot, but let's get into it.
Wait, 2000, I didn't even know he was still making music.
Yeah, bro. He was just on that fucking, that show that I kept telling you about. The rapper show.
Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah. He was like a special judge on it.
Yeah.
Oh, just to plug my homie Greg. This motherfucker. This is one of his favorite rappers, bro. He used to be like, you need to listen to Lupe before I listened to his album, this first album. You gotta listen to Lupe, bro. He's fucking fire. And then I was like, nah, I heard Kick Push, bro. I'm good. And then I listened to it finally with Greg. I was like, oh, he is fire.
The Cool. Turn me up.
Widely renowned.
Yeah.
Best lyricist.
He came back in the same suit that he was buried in, similar to the one his
Already bars? He came back in a similar suit to one that he was buried in, like he came back to life, you know? I don't know if that's what he means, but like.
He came back in the same suit that he was buried in, similar to the one his grandfather was married in. Yes, he was still fresh to death, blang to it rain.
Fresh to death?
Fresh to death.
Yeah, okay.
The one his grandfather was married in. Yes, he was still fresh to death, blang to it rings. A chain laying on his chest. He still had it cause they couldn't find it. And the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy from when his niggas got reminded. And poured out liquor in his memory, he didn't mind.
There's gotta be shit we're missing right here, right? What'd he say about the earrings and the chain on his
Yes, he was still fresh to death, blang to it rang.
Blang.
That because he's fresh to death, because
Yeah,
he still had all his shit on.
yeah.
I was just taking the bar, not the actual what he's saying.
It's a chain laying on his chest. He still had it cause they couldn't find it. And the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the
Ooh, because he shot him in the back, bro? And it was 2 inches behind his chain that was on his chest?
cause they couldn't find it. And the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy from when his niggas got reminded. And poured out liquor in his memory, he didn't mind it, but
Yeah, his memory, minded.
Yeah.
They poured out liquor for him because he did. Oh my god, bro. All right, we gotta.
He said reminded.
Yeah, we gotta pay attention, bro. We gotta pay attention.
see from when his niggas got reminded. And poured out liquor in his memory, he didn't mind it, but he couldn't sip it fast enough. So the liquor was just filling the casket up. Floating down by his feet was the letter from his sister. Second grade handwriting simply read, I miss ya.
Bro, he's telling like a full story
Yeah,
with
he's
these
telling a
crazy
story,
bars
yeah.
in it. So
Second grade.
his homie
handwriting.
died. They're pouring out the liquor, but he couldn't drink it fast enough. It's just filling up the casket. His sister left him something, probably when it was an open casket in his grave or in his casket.
Suit jacket pocket held his baby daughter's picture. Second grade handwriting simply read, I miss ya. Suit jacket pocket held his baby daughter's picture. Right next to it, one of his men stuck a swisher. He had a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw that the latch was broken. He kicked his casket open and he.
Damn, bro.
Damn. He's
This
telling a
fool.
story.
Yeah,
like,
he's talking
it's
about
dope
like a
as
dead
fuck.
homie or something.
Yeah.
But like, so his homie, the dead homie's homie, put a swisher in there. His daughter put a picture in there, like, and then he said something about flowing in ocean or
Had
something.
a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw right next to it, one of his men stuck a swisher. He had a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw that the latch was broken. He kicked his casket open and.
He had a notion
was
as he
broken?
sat there soaking, but he said ocean soaking.
What's the lax is broken? What's that part?
He had a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw that the latch was broken. He kicked his casket open.
The latch was
okay. The
broken,
latch.
so he kicked his casket open.
And he, this life goes passing you by. It might go fast if you lie. You born, you live, then you die. Oh, oh, oh.
Bro, this reminds me of like his first album. I gotta start listening to this motherfucker again.
Oh, if life goes passing you by, don't cry. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues. Chasing the cool. Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface. Tarnished gold chain is what he loosened up the earth with.
Bro, he's still talking about this fool coming out.
Now he's like buried under the ground.
Yeah, and he's climbing out, digging his way out of the grave.
Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface. Don't cry if you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues. Chasing the cool. Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface. Tarnished gold chain is what he loosened up the earth.
Tarnished.
Yeah, but is he saying this could be a reach? But he said knotted up. Not at all nervous, but knotted up like a chain would be knotted up. I don't know if that has to do with anything, but I'm just saying.
Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface. Tarnished gold chain is what he loosened up the earth with. He used his mouth as a shovel to try and hollow it, and when he couldn't dirt spit, he swallowed it, working like a reverse archaeologist, except his buried treasure was sunshine. So when some shine through a hole.
Wow, that's so dope. He's like painting a picture.
Yeah,
like,
bro, he's literally like fucking
instead of digging into the ground, he's digging his way out.
Like a reverse archaeologist, and like he said, if he couldn't spit it, he'd swallow it, and like fucking his treasure is the sunshine because he's not digging down to a treasure, he's digging up. That's crazy, bro.
He's like really like vivid with like the imagery.
He's making me see what's happening.
Archaeologists accept his buried treasure was sunshine. So when some shine through a hole that he had drove, it reflected off the gold and almost made some blind. He grabbed onto some.
Almost made him blind because it reflected off his chain. The sun did.
Yeah, once I think there's a Sublime bar in here.
Reverse archaeologists accept his buried treasure was sunshine. So when some shine through a hole that he had drove, it reflected off the gold and almost made some blind.
Why did he say drove through a hole? I mean, he's obviously digging out a hole, but is he setting up for like what's it called when movies do that and it like sets up and then you get the last scene and it shows you everything and it makes sense?
What?
Like they give you little hints throughout the movie.
Oh, foreshadow?
Foreshadowing. Is he foreshadowing like how he died? Did he drive down like a tunnel or something? I don't know.
So when some shine through a hole that he had drove, it reflected off the gold and almost made some blind. He grabbed onto some grass and climbed, pulled himself up out of his own grave and looked at the time on the watch that had stopped 6 months after the shots that had got him in the box, wringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to brush the dirt up.
Bro, there's so many little scheme bars in here. Like this
on the watch that had stopped 6 months after the shots that had got him in the box, wringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was hours.
Like Henny shots, like
the
shots, like damn son.
But
damn son.
Months after the shots that had got him in the box, wringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was
ringing the Henny out of shots because of all the poured shit too.
Hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to.
And he said hours like. Hours because he said
like,
to stop or watch and stop.
Ringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to brush the dirt off his shoulders.
No, he literally is saying hours because he wasn't older. Okay.
Figured it was hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to brush the dirt up off his shoulders. So with a right hand that was all bones and no reason to stay, he decided to walk home. So this life.
Bro, he's just a skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Passing you by. It might go fast if you lie. You born, you live, then you die.
I'm gonna have to get back
life goes passing you by. Don't cry if you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues, chasing the.
Bro, Grizzy sounds so much like Lupe.
Yeah.
Like, not in a bad way. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, inspired. That's why he's scheming, probably. Because this, I mean, I'm curious how long Grizzy's been rapping for. It's probably forever, but.
Beg for some change to get him on the train. Chasing the. He begged for some change to get him on the train. Damn, the nigga stank is what they complain. Tried to light the blunt, but it burst into flames. Caught the reflection in the window of what he became. A long look. Wasn't shook, wasn't ashamed. Matter of fact, only thing on his brain was brains. Yeah.
What, so is he a zombie now?
You're looking like a zombie in this train, bro.
Wasn't shook, wasn't ashamed. Matter of fact, only thing on his brain was brains. Yeah, and getting back in his lane, doing his thing. First he had to find something to sling. Next stop was his block. It had the same cops. Walked right past the same spot where he was shot. Shocked that some little niggas tried to sell him rocks. It just felt weird. Being on the opposite, they figured that he wasn't from there, so they pulled out and robbed him with the same gun they shot him with. Put it to his head and said, "You're scared, ain't you?" He said, "Hustler for death, no heaven for a gangster." This life goes past.
Hustler for
damn.
Hustle to death. Ain't no heaven for a gangster.
Gangster.
Damn.
Damn.
Did we miss anything in there?
I don't
I think
know.
that was just straightforward right
Yeah,
there.
I think he was just painting telling a story, you know? Like,
Yeah, homie crawled up out the grave, got on the train, went back to trying to slang, walked right by the cops that was on the same block where he got shot. Then the dudes rode up on him.
And they were trying to sell him. He was like, damn.
No, they were like,
They were trying to sell him rocks.
No. He said they pulled a gun out, and put it to his head, and said,
Yeah,
"What, are you scared?" And he said, "No, I'm not scared. There's no heaven for a gangster." I don't think that they thought that he was trying to sell rocks on their block again, so that's why they came to shoot him again with the same gun he got shot with.
Passing you by, it might go fast if you lie. You born, you live, then you die. Oh, if life goes passing you by, don't cry. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues, chasing the cool.
Well, even the chorus. No scheming, but it's telling a story. Fuck, man. I gotta start listening to Lupe again. Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
what do you mean? We gonna be listening to Lupe.
Oh, we got to do a couple more actually, because there's a lot of Lupe requests. So like and subscribe. Stay tuned, because we're gonna do a couple more Lupes. We're gonna drop a song soon. Should we drop it on Friday then?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna drop our new song on Friday. It's Schemes 2. I hope you guys enjoy it and try to pick up the bars like last time. Some of you guys had a lot of fun with this, so that was cool. Anyway, we out though. Deuces.